on the square named after Marshal Piłsudski, who was a very important figure in the Polish politics of the early 20th century. And this is right now the most important square in our city. Behind or in front of us, you can see the Sofitel Hotel. Then if you follow left, you can see the two towers with the green tops. That's the Church of the Holy Cross, and this is where we keep a piece of our most famous composer, Frédéric Chopin. Then following
So
left,
what is his heart?
Sorry?
What is the piece of him that you keep there?
Heart.
Oh, his heart.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the heart that we keep. Then if we turn left, you can see the house on the corner with the round corners.
Yes.
That's where the kind of an official part of Polish army has its headquarters. So the soldiers that are going to change the guards at the tomb of the unknown soldier, that's their headquarters. In between the two buildings, you can see the monument to Marshal Piłsudski, so to the patron of the square. Then following left, you can see closer to us the cross, which marks the place where the altar was standing during the Pope's Mass, during the first pilgrimage of the so-called Polish Pope, so John Paul II, and the pilgrimage in 1979.
And how many people came to the Mass?
It's estimated that more than 500,000 people were on this square back then. And behind the cross, you can see the renovated the building under renovation, which is going to be the most luxurious hotel in our city and probably in our country. Then following left, you can see a smaller palace with red roof. That's the Ministry of Culture and National Heritage. And facing it, which we can't see from here, is the President's Palace, the residence of the President of Poland.
Okay.
Then the next building on the left side, the modern one, glass and stone one, is the design of world-famous architect Sir Norman Foster, which is the office building called the Razor, because of those pieces of stone attached to the facade.
Okay.
And then behind it, a bit hidden, this another monumental whitish and beigeish building with columns.
Yes.
That's the National Opera and the National Theatre, two institutions in one building with the main facade on the other side. So this is the back facade.
Okay.
And following left, we get to the tomb of the unknown soldier, place visited by all the foreign delegations that come to our city. The tomb, the monument that commemorates all the soldiers that died unknown, protecting the borders and the safety of our country. Behind it, we can see the trees of the Saxon Palace, the Saxon Garden, which used to be the private garden of the palace that was standing on the square and was destroyed during the Second World War. And the last buildings, following left, are one which is close to us, the white one, which is facing the site of the hotel. It's the National Art Gallery called Zachęta, which is definitely one of the best art galleries in Poland, which doesn't have a permanent exhibition, but it has a really good temporary exhibition.
Yes.
Then behind it you can see a tall green cupola, which is of the Evangelical Church, which used to be actually the highest building in our country in the 19th century. And on the right side, you can see the tower with the clock on the top. Some people would say that it reminds a bit Big Ben in London.
Yes.
That's the Palace of Culture and Science, which is the so-called gift from the Soviet Union to Poland. The palace that was finished in 1955, and it still remains the tallest building in our country, with 230 meters. And with the viewing platform on the 30th floor and this clock that is even above it. And that's the direction of the city center of Warsaw. And we come back to the Sofitel Hotel.
Thank you very much.